Hello and welcome to FB Fastlane Masterclass. I am Gopal here. In this video, we will learn some tips and tricks related to targeting. In developed countries, marketers can target pin code level audiences, and Ads Manager as a platform is built to recognize pin code level audiences better than city, state or country level audiences. It is advisable to identify pin codes that you need to target and list them individually one after the other while creating an ad campaign. You see here how we have listed down every locality that we want to target. This has helped us in getting higher reach against our daily budget. Ensure that you set the radius to 5 miles. After adding all the localities, please zoom out in the map area to ensure that your desired radius is covered properly for the ad campaign. Moving on to age, while targeting first home buyers, we need to ensure we are targeting the home loan eligible age. Depending on the budget, we can select anywhere from 28 till 54 years in the first home category. For the second home category, we normally target anywhere between 35 to 64 years. Age has to be adjusted depending on the budget of the property along with other advanced targeting parameters. Moving to gender, while women play an important role within the family while making decisions related to property purchases, they hardly initiate talks related to property investment. It is best to only target men at the lead generation stage. I have never targeted women in any of my real estate campaigns in the past 3 years. Moving on to language, India being a diverse country, it sometimes becomes important to create ad copies that laser target certain segment within the audience. While doing so, it is important to select the language most relevant to the audience that you are targeting. For example, if you've come up with your ad copy in Tamil language, it is best advised to include language as Tamil so you reach most relevant audience who find it easier to read your ad copy. Moving on to demographics, interests and behaviors. Recently, Facebook shared a comprehensive list of interests and behaviors best suited for real estate campaign in India. I'll add that list to this module separately. Over the past couple of years, I have been able to identify and create pockets of closely related interests. For example, in one pocket, we have audience who have shown interest in property portals and IPCs such as 99 Acres, Magic Bricks, Housing, Prop Tiger, India Property, etc. Another example being of audience most likely looking for property investments with interests such as buying a house, first time buyer, house hunting, new house, moving, etc. Yet another example of real estate investor with interests such as real estate investment club, real estate investment network, real estate investment trust, etc. I'll share all the separate lists that I have maintained for accurately targeting separately in this module. The key thing to note, however, is to use these filters wisely. Now, Facebook is a simple social networking platform. As much as it likes to boast of its laser targeting options, in reality, Facebook understands filters to a certain extent, post which it takes additional time to understand the audience you want to target and optimize the campaign. This results in high cost experiment to reach the audience set to meet complex filters, apparently resulting in low lead volumes at high cost. Also, it is a well-known fact that you end up paying more to reach narrow set of audiences. It is advisable to have 5 to 6 interests or behaviors at the most in one ad set, so Facebook finds it easier to navigate through its databases and find a match for your audience quickly. This immediately impacts the lead volume as well as the cost per lead. You may run several ad sets parallelly and can optimize the campaign depending upon the performance of each of the ad set within the campaign. For example, most of my ad campaigns have 4 to 5 different ad sets running parallelly. I monitor the performance of each ad set closely and decide either to continue or kill the ad set depending on its performance over a period of time. For every ad set I kill, I come up with a new ad set with fresh interests or behaviors while continuing to monitor the campaign closely. This procedure of continuous optimization ensures we are always on top of the game from a targeting perspective. Moving on to placement. Now, Facebook allows us to place our ads in their proprietary platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. It also allows us to place ads in the audience network. Based on extensive experimenting, we've come to a conclusion that our ads perform best when shown on mobile devices, especially on Facebook mobile feeds. It is noticed that Instagram has comparatively younger audience who aren't ready for property investments yet. While audience network rakes up a lot of reach, conversion is comparatively poor. Messenger works best when we choose the objective of the campaign as messages. We've come to this conclusion of sticking with showing our ads on mobile feeds post extensive experimentation. We ran 146 campaigns over a period of 17 months pan India with various placement options to reach this conclusion. Moving on to budget. It is best advised to stick with budget already populated by Facebook. Depending on the number of ad sets you are running within a campaign, you can adjust the budget. It is advised to have a budget of up to rupees 2000 for a campaign per day. Moving on to schedule. Real estate campaigns receive best response when begun on Monday mornings. The response tends to drop with every passing day. It is best advised to stop the campaign by Thursday 11 pm. Most responses are received between 6 pm to 10 pm. You can schedule the campaign in such a way that it begins at 7:30 am and ends by 10:30 pm. On one of the 4 days between Monday to Thursday, you can try keeping the campaign live overnight to gauge the response. So friends, those were the few key points to keep in mind while you are setting a target audience for your next campaign. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.